Hi, Bernard Van Ulden from the Jelly Belly presented by Kenda cycling team. Here we are, got a big time trial coming up at the 2011 Amgen Tour California, and I will be racing on my Focus Chrono time trial bike. I've raced on 6 different TT bikes so far in my career, and no joke, this is my favorite bike. I promise you, this is a bike you've seen race before. The Focus Izalco Chrono frame was designed by Andreas Walzer, stated on the frame, and raced on multiple times by names such as Jan Ulrich and Hanke Kumpernagel. This bike has been raced in the 80s and the 90s, badged many different ways, but this was the frame that they were racing on. Now you can put a standard bottom bracket in it, a standard rear disc in the bike, and you'll be racing the same bike that we saw Jan Ulrich racing on at the Tour de France. Some of the points you might notice about this bike is, of course, the very aerodynamic, fast in the wind, teardrop-shaped down tube, massive seat stay, chain stay, seat tube configuration that really hides the rear wheel from the wind. Arendelle Aero TT water bottles, 3T bladed carbon forks. It handles so amazingly well. I really feel like I can rail the turns in it. No problem about it. 3T base bars and aero bars, nice and flat, straight. Get a great position there. Physique, TT saddle, love it. Super comfy, keeps you where you need to be. The wheels we'll be racing in our time trials will be the DT Swiss carbon disc, and depending on rider's choice and road and wind conditions, either something like the deep dish DT Swiss 66, or if it's very windy out or a hilly course, especially hilly course, riders might choose to run the DT Swiss 46 deep dish wheel, which will give you a little more control in the crosswinds, and it's a tiny bit lighter if it was a hilly course. Another thing I especially love about this bike is the paint job. Focus and Cat Eye did a great job with Jelly Belly in painting up the frame. That's actually laid into the paint job with the beans in the frame, and Cat Eye did a wonderful job with their wireless computer, beans on the computer. You can't mistake who's racing on these bikes. All these things setting up to make a very fast bike when racing the time trial.